Hello, hello, hello. It looks like I'm a little high there. Okay, happy Wednesday. Thank you for joining me tonight. I am really excited to get playing. All right, so today we're going to play with the Under the Sea die set. Whoops, now you can see it. And we're going to play with, these are the Seashell Pocket. I don't have the actual packaging because mine is a sample. But I think we should just jump in and get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, we're going to make our pockets. And I'm going to start with the tag that goes in the pocket. So I've got my stick and stamp mat. And then this is called the Blending Buddy. And it's a really cool accessory you can get to go on your stick and stamp mat. And so if I was just making a card, you can see it would cover all of the edges. What I'm going to do, I still want to kind of protect my my edges a little bit, but I think I did this backwards. Hang on one sec. Do we want to put it on the other side? Let's put the tags on top of it. Because what we want to do, yeah, that's what I did. I had it set up and then I undid it. Let's put it on and then we'll put the tags, the other two tags on. So we're going to just protect the edges a little bit. It'll still get a tiny bit of ink in a few of the areas, but most of it will be protected. Okay, so now we can just line this up. And what I'm doing is I'm going to do some stenciling, but I'm not going to, all the tags are going to be different. I'm going to make a little set of pockets. And so we'll just go ahead and, oh, I had to have had it underneath. Oh well, we'll figure this out. Sorry. I think we'll just do something like this. So I'm just going to lift it up on this side, because I want it to go on a diagonal so that I can get more of the dots. And I'm okay with the one having more than the other two, but I don't want to get this side, so I just have some little Post-its that I'm just going to cover that part with. And this stencil, I don't know if I told you, the stencil is called Random Dots. Okay. And our project today, I was inspired by the ribbon that was in the inspiration kit, the Underwater Friends inspiration box. And so these are the main colors of what we're doing. There's lots of other colors in there too, but this is what a lot of our bigger items are made out of. Okay. So I'm going to use some of Simon Hurley's No Diving ink, and I'm just going to use it with my blender brush.
Robin?
Hi, Robin. Hi. Hello, Robin. How are you? And I'm just using my blending brush to just give us a little bit of texture to our tag. Darren thank you. First of all, thank you, Darren, for moderating. And second of all, Darren put up, is putting up a link that that'll get you to all of the things that I used today. Okay, so let's see what we came up with here. Okay, so you can see they're all going to be a little bit different, and I kind of like that. I like having a little set, but having a little variance in there. Okay, so now, I wasn't sure if I was going to want to put some,
ATC cards.
Oh, ATC cards are fun to make. See, so we could have had blue all the way around it, but we just have a tiny bit on there because we used our little blending buddy. So now cleanup is super easy. I'm just going to use, I use baby wipes, but we also have, especially for this, because there's just such a little amount that I'm not too worried about it. But Brutus Monroe also carries a stamp mat cleaner. Looks like this. Matte Mist. And I use that often too. But like I said, that was such a small job, I didn't worry about it too much. And then I'm just going to clean these guys off, and I'll just use my squeaky clean for that. And actually, I probably could have just used the wipe for that too, but hey. Now they're squeaky clean instead, right? Just a little bit clean. Okay, gonna move those out of the way for a minute so we have more surface to work with. Okay, so now let's get started. I've got everything already cut out, but it's not assembled so that we can play and see how they go together. This is super simple. When you die cut it, it's got these nice score lines, so that makes your job half done already. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold along the score lines, and it definitely is helpful if you have a bone folder or a crease tool, whatever you call them. And I pushed a little hard. You can see it kind of made a line. It's not going to matter because ours is going to be covered up. But I wonder if I just probably used a little bit too much pressure. So you can see it's ready to go. So before I adhere that, I'm going to want to put on my little insert. And you can see I've got the yellow from our yellow ribbon inspired there. And I'm just going to glue this guy.
Gina said Brutus Monroe order arrived today early.
Ooh, that's always the best.
Tomorrow, previous inspiration kit she didn't have.
Oh, that is so fun, Tina. I love getting my orders early. I am one of those stalkers that stalks the mailman waiting because I get so excited. Okay. So just to make you aware, there is a promotion going on right now where if you make a purchase, I think it's any shippable purchase, there is a die set that you can get absolutely free. And it makes butterflies, but I used it maybe a month or so ago to make, I actually did not even make a butterfly. I used it to make other things, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a sec. I'm just going to use what I have around me to weigh that down for a sec. Let me just grab the cards so you can see.
Robin said you need a Teflon bone folder. They never leave marks.
Oh, Robin, good to know. Thank you for the tip. Teflon bone folders. Don't leave marks. Okay. So the die set is Build a Butterfly. And these are the cards I made with the pieces when I die cut them. So definitely, if you're thinking about making a purchase, it's a good time to do so. And also, I got an email today that there's a bunch of new clearance. So check that out too. Okay, so we've got our first pocket ready to put some fun stuff in. And you can see our little tag's going to fit in there really fun. You can see. But we're not quite ready for that. We'll just kind of set it aside. So let's just get our other ones assembled super quick. And this time I probably will just do it while we talk about other things because you guys know how to do it now. Is anyone who's watching going to the Create Your Own Ending event? Or I guess it's virtual, so I guess technically you don't go. It comes to you. I also saw that the boxes are shipping out for that. 8-pound boxes. If that doesn't excite you. All right, I got a little ahead of myself, but I caught myself in time. We want to put our insert in before we glue it together. Straighten it up just a little bit. There we go. Now we can fold that over. We'll use our really sophisticated tools to weigh that down.
Penny's going. Kelly's going.
Oh, awesome. Penny and Kelly are going to Create Your Own Ending. Okay, last year was my first year going, and I really enjoyed it. And I was even in the middle of packing for our move, and I still enjoyed it. This year, I'm looking forward to being able to pay closer attention. What was that, hun? What I read was that they were going to release that tomorrow. Penny, they're going to release the supply list, I believe, tomorrow. Check out the Create Your Own Ending Facebook page, because that's where I read that somewhere. Same post that has that was talking about the boxes shipping. All right, almost got our pockets.
Robin said her sister Mary and her are spending that weekend together.
Oh, Robin, that is so much fun. Oh, I love, my sister is my favorite crafty partner, and she lives in Utah, and I live here in Texas, so we don't get to craft together very much anymore, but we used to always fantasize about having a tunnel that went from both of our houses into a ginormous craft room that we could just craft together in. That sounds like so much fun. We'll just stick that there for now. Okay, so we've got our main pockets all assembled. So now we can just do, this is my favorite part. Now we get to do all of the fun little embellishments. Who doesn't love a good embellishment, right?
Gina said you can't do it this year, but hopefully next year if it's virtual.
Oh, Tina, I get it. I totally get it. Well, we will miss you, and we will look forward to seeing you next year. I actually will be doing a make and take for it, so you can watch for that. Okay, so we've got our fun little tags, and I'm just going to put them in there so I know where they are. Let's just get started, and we're just going to play a little bit. I kind of have an idea of what I want. You can see I've got them in piles, but this is all from the Under the Sea die set and the Seashell Pocket Dies, which, oh, there they are. So you can see we've got all of our little plants. We're going to use the little anchor, the shell, and the other plant. We've got some coral. We've got all of these little critters we're going to use. And so let's just kind of make it happen. So one of my favorite dies in my collection now is this little grassy die, because it's just, I like the movement in it. I think it just makes it gives you some good height. And then the fun thing is that one set has that one and the other set has this one, so you can kind of mess with the heights. I think it makes your cards definitely more interesting if you can vary the heights. And let's see, let's put that in the middle, and we'll put these on the sides a little bit. And I'm just going to make them all a little bit different from each other, and we'll just play as we go. I hope that's all right with you guys. So I'm thinking something kind of along these lines. And then our tag, oh, maybe we should save a plant for the tag. Oh, we've got a yellow one here. Maybe we'll put a yellow one down here and take out a couple of our other ones for our tag. I wonder if you can even see that green one. Let me make sure that because we're also going to put our little seahorse in here, and I think it needs to go this way. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then we'll put our seashell together, maybe stick that on this side. No, maybe we'll do it back on this side. No, it needs to go on this side. Sorry. And maybe we'll put him behind that. And then I think we'll put our anchor over there. And we may not need all of these. I think I got a little carried away. In fact, that's going to be better if we do something more like that. And then we've got this coral. We can either add to the bottom or we can add it. I think 2 is good with that little seahorse. I think we don't want to overwhelm the seahorse. So maybe something like that. Let's move this guy to this side. I kind of want the yellow in the back. Maybe we'll do something like that. Okay, that's how I craft. I kind of have to play with it. I don't know how you guys are, but I just have to kind of know where I'm going to be gluing and just play with it until I feel happy about it. I know there are people who just get the whole clear picture in their heads before they craft, and I actually think that would be so nice, but that's just not how I work. I have to actually touch it and move it, and then it comes to me. All right. I can have an idea, but you know, sometimes those ideas work out great and sometimes they just don't. They don't work on paper like they worked in your head. I think I want to turn that just a little bit more. And now let's get our little first thing. I wanted to just share with you, when you're doing dies, there's, you know, you can do a lot of just little things that will just perk them up a little bit. Like I'm just going to I'm not even inking this up. I'm just using whatever is already in my blending brush because I have them kind of separated by color. And I'm just going to go around the edges a little bit just to give it a little bit of interest and make it look a little less flat. I actually have a project that will post on Friday that uses these dies, and I used Chroma Mist and it did some really cool things. I had a lot of fun making it. So that's another really quick and easy way to add interest to your dies, your die cuts, I should say. Let's see, it looks like I need to move up a little bit. So I'm just going to layer these together. And if you want to get a little bit more dimension or a little more definition between the two, you could always do another layer, double up your cardstock. I think you've probably seen Michael do that with sentiments. It works really good. I know Jennifer McGuire, I think, is the one that came up with that. And that's a great technique. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of foam. Whoops, kind of missed the mark there. There we go. A little bit of foam. And then I'm thinking actually another thing you can do is gel pen is your friend. You can do a lot of little things with gel pen. We're just going to do a little. Actually, it was a little more heavy-handed than I meant to be, but we're going to roll with it because that's what you do when you're live, right? Ooh, really heavy-handed on that one, but that's okay. And we'll put a little bit on the tail. You could do dots, you can do whatever, but it just adds a little bit. You can do some little details on your plants. Put a couple little dots on ours. I'm not going to go crazy because that's what happens when I do. Okay, I'd call that tag good to go. So we'll put that in so we can kind of see where it falls so we know where we want to put everything else. And I kind of like that the bottom of the seahorse is tucked in there. So now we can arrange all of our plants. And I usually only glue the bottom parts just because I kind of like there to be a little bit of movement at the top. You know, now that I'm looking at it, I probably should have done it on the other side, but that's okay. Get this guy in here, and I think we'll kind of put him right, kind of follow the lines of the seahorse's belly. And then let's get this yellow one in there. We'll kind of tuck that in behind. Maybe a little higher. Let's put our shell together. All right, I think we need to put a couple of little dots on this. It'll probably be easier to do before we adhere it. So we'll just put a little bit of gel pen on there. Okay, let's get this on there. Kind of have to see where it's going. I think right there. Give it a little distance from the top, and then we'll just add a little bit of foam to our shell, and this pocket will be almost done. The only other thing we need to do is put some ribbon in our tag. All right. I think that will work. Let's put a little bit of our Underwater Friends ribbon in there. I think we'll just go with the blue. And I don't want a big long tag on it because it's just a little short pocket. I don't feel like it's not going to hang on anything or anything, so we just need one little short tie on that. I'm trying to manipulate it so that the satin is the part that shows on both sides. So, okay, so we'll do this. Might have gotten that a little shorter. No, that's okay. I think that's about right. And this. So now, there is one more thing I was going to do to this, but let's do another one before we get into it. I'm going to put a couple of little sequins on here from the kit as well, but it's getting kind of busy, busier than I expected. I'm not sure I like the yellow, but you know, it's done. So we're going to let that one go. So let's do, maybe we'll do our plants first on this one. That might be an easier route. So I'm going to do my tall one first. And I'm going to put that one right on the left this time. Let's put our fish together. So I'm just going to do the same thing I did on the seahorse. And I'm just going to go over the edges a little bit with whatever ink is in my blending brush already. If I don't feel like it's dark enough, I can always go to like a red. So if I use red, I'm going to get a little bit nicer, deeper tone on that. Be careful of that little fin. So we've got a little bit of something going on there. And then let's get our little background of it. We'll get that layered up. And we'll just put a couple of little dots on this. There we go. That will work. Okay, so let's put our little crab together. I think this crab is adorable. And move it up just a little bit. There we go. All right, so we've got our animals ready to go. We've got our plants on there. Now we just need to kind of figure out what we want to do with the rest of this. I'm going to put the tag inside while we're kind of putting it together. Yep, that's about right. And I'm even going to let his tail hang off a little bit. I think that's kind of cute. And I think we'll put, I kind of like that there. Okay, so we can put our little crab there. And if you're feeling a little more secure than I am today about my gel pen skills, you can add just a little bit of detail there as well. Yep. Okay, so now we'll put our little anemone on there. If I'm even saying that right. I think that's what this is. Feel free to correct me if I'm not correct. Okay, and then we'll put our fish also on some foam. All right, so totally quick and easy. We've got 2 done. Now we'll just add our little ribbon. Okay, so we've got those 2 going. Now we can. Isn't that crab the cutest, Donna? I like him too. I think he's adorable. I don't know if it's posted yet, but be watching for a card from, I believe it was Crafty, that is super adorable with that crab. And you'll know it when you see it because that crab is very prevalent.
Yeah, I found it. It's tube coral. Easy peasy.
Tube coral?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is tube coral.
That looks just like it, so.
All right, gonna do our little, I'm just gonna use the brush that we used for our stenciling and see what's in there. Doesn't seem like there's a lot, but you know what? Sometimes it doesn't look like you're doing anything, and then when you put it down, you can see where it's inked up. I just want to do the very tips of the tentacles. Do a little bit more on his head. Sorry, my table is shaking. Okay. So now we'll just glue him to the base. And I've got to keep track of this pen or I'm going to lose it. Okay, there we go. So now we can just line that up so that it is on there correctly. And I think it's so fun that he's got the little overhang pieces that just make him like more, give him more depth and more detail. I think he's really cute. All right, so now we'll give him just a little bit of, like I said, I'm not gonna go crazy because there we go. All right. You know what though? I do want to do one more thing. I feel like he needs a couple of little dots on his head. Why? I don't know, but that's how I feel. Okay, so now we can put together our sea turtle. So you've got this black piece so that you can have the eyes black if you want them black or whatever color you choose. See, I was a little late in getting my pen back in there and now it's a little cloggy. I love this glue though. This glue is amazing. Okay, so now just put a little dot on his appendages. And now I'm going to go ahead and take my brown and go around the edges, and let's just do it this way. We'll end up doing that anyway. So let's just start out right. And it doesn't look like I have a very dark brown in there. So, you know, you may want to use your ink pads. Oh, there it goes. It's dark enough. That works for me. And then I'm actually going to go along the shell too a little bit. And if you want to get fancy, you can do a pattern on your shell. The Chroma Mist is great for that if you just want to give it a little spritz. I actually, on the card that, like I said, it'll come out on Friday, it'll post. I just did the spritzing and stuff on the paper first and then die cut it, and it worked out really well. That way your die cuts don't kind of curl up or anything like that. Okay, so we've got all of our animals ready to go. Now we just got to figure out where we want them, right? So we'll do maybe some yellow over here. We'll see if we want the yellow. That yellow is a little strong. Both of them face this way. So I think maybe we'll do that so that the turtle is on the bottom. I had planned on doing it the other way around, but I'm not sure.
I put the octopus at the bottom because behind the plant anyway.
Yeah?
And the turtle's more of a swimmer.
Well, look at you. Darren is giving me some tips there for how the animals would be in the ocean.
I like the ocean, Kay.
Okay, I'm glad you like the ocean. You know what? I'm not even sure I want the turtle on this one. I think we're going to do a little something here. I hope you don't mind, but we're going to mess with things a little bit because I think this would be better balanced a different way. So we're going to revamp a little bit. I think the seahorse goes better on this card, and the turtle is better on this card. Much better. Now I am happy.
Look at you.
There are just some times when you just have to make it work. You have to find your way. Does this need anything else? Maybe we don't want that. Maybe a shorter plant. No, the green doesn't show up enough. Let's try the purple. The tube coral, right? Thought I had another blue one, but I guess I don't. So maybe we'll just do, I think there's a lot going on enough that we don't need too much more. I think that's enough. I'm trying to decide if I want to switch this out. Yeah, I don't really care for the yellow for that die cut. Not for this card. Probably work great for something else, but it's not working for this one for me. I think maybe aha. I think it needs something over there. Doesn't need a lot, but it needs a little something over there. We'll put that guy there. We'll put this guy here. Put that guy there. And I think we're about there. Maybe we'll move this so it's going the other direction. Yeah, it was feeling a little heavy on that side. Okay, so let's get this guy adhered. Thank you for your patience while I mess with it. Like I said, sometimes things don't work out on paper like they did in your head. And that's okay. Because usually if you just move things around a little bit, you can make them work. And then there are those times when you just start over. And that's when you just say, it's just paper. Heaven knows I've done that a time or two, or 3 or 4 even. Right, Darren?
Right.
Okay, so we want to stay kind of consistent, so let's get some dots on our tube coral. Just for you, Darren.
Hey, I just figured I'd let you know what it's called.
Hey, I appreciate the education. Okay, so now we can put our little guy on there. It looks way better on this card. Oops. You can tuck him in, or actually it's kind of cute with it on the outside, but I think he looks much better on this card. And then we'll just go ahead and get our other things on there. Hopefully I remember how I had them, since I just kind of pulled them all off. So we'll get that guy right there. I know we had the coral on the other side behind the octopus. And then I think we had that on this side. I think we'll put it down kind of low, and then maybe we'll put this guy. That'll work. Okay. And now we just need to put a little foam square on this, and we are good. And then all of these little pieces I'm going to hold on to. I'm just going to stick them all back in the die sets, so that when I go to make something next time, if I want to use them, I've got them already cut out and ready to go. All right, so again, we're tying our ribbon so that we've got the, I guess I could do it where you can see it, so that we've got satin on both sides, the satin shiny side, rather than the kind of matte underside. And we've got this ribbon we can set aside for another day. And if you don't want this to catch, because I actually think that's kind of cute. But if you don't like that, you can always just put another little piece of foam. But I kind of like it this way. You have to contend with the grass a little bit. But other than that, I think that's cute. Okay, so now let's just grab a couple of our conversation clippings. And we'll just add those to our tags. And then a couple of sequins, and we're good. So we've got Best Fins Forever, which would really only work on that card. So we'll set that on the side for now. We've got You Are Wonderful, which always is nice. We don't need Looking Sharp. Let's see, we've got Love You. Fantastic. Hope you have a fantastic birthday. That's cute. Believe in Yourself is a good one. This one's cute too. It's just too long for what we're doing. Just Keep Swimming is a good one. Mermaid Kisses and Starfish Wishes is cute. Sending Smiles Across the Miles. There's Best Fishes. There's Hi. The World is Your Oyster. That one's got mermaid in it. We've got Waving Hello. An Ocean Full of Thanks. We've got Stay Salty. Make a Wish. That one's a mermaid one too. Live Your Dream. And Hello Beautiful. So let's do Just Keep Swimming. I think that one's cute with the turtle. What was the one I decided on? Oh, Just Keep Swimming.
Keep swimming.
Let's just put that right across the top. You could also put it right across the bottom, but I have to know first what you guys want to do. I actually kind of like this one on the bottom. Shell?
Yes.
Okay. I think I will do that then. And I am actually going to put this one on, I think, just with glue, because I think I'm going to put the sentiment across the bottom. Okay. So then we'll just put that right.
Shell.
You like the shell too?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. I don't know. Now I'm thinking the top might look better. Yep, I think the top is better with the shell. So we'll do that. Just gonna put it right across the top.
And the turtle's swimming.
And the turtle is swimming. I want to make sure we're not covering up our sentiment with. I want to see the whole thing.
Stay salty for the crab pocket.
Oh, that's a cute idea. I will do that. We're going to use Stay Salty for the crab pocket.
Kathy's on. She's late, she said.
Hi, Kathy. How are you? Okay, so there's our Just Keep Swimming. Now we're going to do Stay Salty. I need to trim this just a little bit. And I'm going to pretend I don't care if it's a little bit crooked. I think we're okay. It's close enough. And I think we'll stick that. I think it looks best up here. We're going to stick it up there. Spread it out a little bit. I'll use the pin. I just want to spread it to the edge a little bit. There we go. So we've got our Stay Salty. What, honey?
Must be the light. The camera looks like it's completely washed out.
No, it's on there.
Okay, looks like it's rubbed off. It's weird.
All right, so we just need one for our octopus and our little seahorse. Let's do, for now I'm going to put that down so I can make sure it's straight. We've got Waving Hello. I think that works. Yeah, we'll put it right there. Okay, so now we've got a little set of pockets. You can put a little gift card on the other side of the tag. I personally, I don't have grandkids yet, but you know, I'll be excited when I do, and I'm sure I will spoil them rotten. But how cute would it be to put aquarium tickets in there? Swimming party invitation. Just putting it with some goldfish crackers or something. There's so many cute things you can do with these little pockets. So let me go ahead and I guess if they're not showing up, I'll do it this way. Can you see them okay?
There you go. Donna says love them all.
Thank you, Donna. They were a lot of fun to make. I had fun making them. I think that is just about everything. Thank you so much for joining me. And next week, I have kind of a fun surprise. So join me for sure next week, and we will do something completely different. All right. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.